West 2's Bob Keeling joins us now with a follow-up on that. He's joined with attorneys Richard Hornsby and Jeff Dean. So, Bob, people want to know, will Casey testify? A lot of people want her to take the stand, but will she?
Well, I thought it was interesting that they broke court early today at 11:30, and that led to a lot of speculation up on the 23rd floor. Are they doing that to set the stage for this? We won't know until after lunch, but Richard Hornsby and Jeff Dean, let me put a scenario to each of you. Could Casey Anthony get up and just answer maybe one or two questions? Is there a limited scenario where they could have testimony from her? Let's start with you, Jeff.
I mean, they can do that, but what would be the point of that? The questions that aren't asked to her will be as loud as any of the questions that are asked to her, and certain things will happen if she's up there to answer one question, and within a minute of the state's cross-examination of her, you're going to learn, and the jury will learn, that she's a 6-time convicted felon. That'll happen immediately. There is, depending on the answer she gives, no way for her to escape the most lengthy cross-examination. I think I agree with Judge Eaton. She might be up there for a short amount of time, playing back all the things she said. That's going to last days. They've indicated they're going to rest today. I'm going to take them at their word. They haven't delivered on one thing that they said they're going to do, and putting her on the stand would be a major mistake.
So, Jeff, you're saying no way. No way she gets up there.
People say never say never. I'm saying never. She's not going on the stand if I'm her lawyer. Not ever.
Let me ask you, Richard, as a defense attorney, is there any way, if she did testify, the prosecution's cross-examination could be limited in scope? Or if you ask her one question, they can be asking her for, as Jeff just said, they could be up there for days talking to her?
No.
In a word.
There is no way. If she gets up on that stand, we will be here for days and days and days. The jury will be there for days. There will be fireworks inside that courtroom. She will be asked every single question there is, and it will never end. She will never, ever testify. But I will say this. Yesterday, the defense did say they had 6 more witnesses to call, and we've only heard from 5.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. So you're saying 2 days, 3 days of cross-examination is contrary to the Perry plan?
Listen, she'll be on that stand 31 days. You might as well build an ark and start pairing the animals up 2 by 2, because that ark will sink before she gets done being cross-examined. There is no way she should be on that stand.
Okay.
No way.
2 votes for no. Richard Hornsby, let me ask you, the whole pet cemetery line of questioning, you thought there was some effectiveness there.
I did, and here's the bottom line. Putting aside kind of the difficult way of thinking about it, I think the defense has set up that duct tape is no longer a murder weapon. It's now a burial tool. As grotesque as to think of that way, and I think it sets up for an aggravated manslaughter type argument by the defense, saying that after Kaylee died, she was in a difficult position, and she disposed of Kaylee the best way she knew how under the difficult circumstances. It's an argument I think is very plausible, and I think that leads it up. And when you add the other things, I think my personal opinion, it evaporated first-degree murder for me as an option for this jury.
Wow. Former prosecutor Jeff Dean, did you think Jeff Ashton neutralized everything by saying, well, did you ever take one of your pets and throw it in the swamp?
I think all it showed was Casey Anthony may have buried her child the way her family handled their pets.
Wow, so this really didn't help them at all.
I didn't like it at all, but I don't like anything that they've done so far, so I just didn't like that.
All right, Richard, Jeff, thanks very much. It's a question everybody's asking. In about an hour's time, we're going to get the answer. Will Casey Anthony testify? Let's send it back to you now.